welcome, welcome. I just got out of the recent extreme. It was roserific.
Dance res? Or death res?
No. Extreme, not savage.
As if I can tell the difference.
Kitty cam is down.
Ah, yes, kitty cam is mustard.
But we went for a full lockout period, and we're about, I'd want to say, 2/3 of the way through the fight.
So which is this?
This is with, it's the newest trial. With the robot female knight.
Okay, right. Maybe it's just... Oh. Yep, there we go. Okay. Kitty cam is up.
So yeah, we actually did pretty good prog when at least half the party had never seen it before at all.
Including you?
Including me.
Right. Actually, I should probably head to Old Shirley.
Yes, you should. I am here waiting for you. And I have the hiccups.
You have the hiccups, or do the hiccups have you?
Need they be mutually exclusive?
Hiccups, your body's way of reminding you it can do anything it wants to you, anytime it wants.
Yes, it can. Oh my gosh.
It was like Rhymes with Orange or something like that back in like mid-90s.
Yeah, Action's signing off for the night. It's a little late for him, but he also works late on Fridays, so... I'm surprised we got a full lockout in. You're slowly coming in. Should I just meet you at the last stand?
Wherever, whatever.
Go get me a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger!
Has cheeseburger?
Theron has cheeseburger.
How about a French taco?
Oh, God! Ursula Vernon and the French tacos!
Yes.
Okay, the problem is this actually sounds good, but it makes my head explode at the sheer thought of it.
Yes. As the one guy was saying, as a Texan, this makes me speechless.
Yes. I'm not sure if this is cultural appropriation or just... Yeah.
It shows the French are no better than us when it comes to putting things together that have no right being near each other.
Yes. Yes. So apparently Ursula Vernon is in, where was it? Norway? Luxembourg. Oh, Luxembourg. Even better. Luxembourg. And they decided to go and eat. And they ended up at O tacos. O
Yeah,
apostrophe tacos. Which is actually...
You might be thinking, like, Irish.
No, it's French. It's French.
The original French taco.
Yes.
It's apparently a small chain.
And their idea of a taco is lots of cheese.
Their main one is like some cheese, breaded chicken tenders, French fries, and maybe a couple of other things. Mainly a sauce, wrapped in a tortilla and then put through a panini press.
As a Californian who grew up in an area that was very Mexican and Chicano dominated culture, my head hurts. It's like calling McDonald's chicken nuggets General Tso's chicken. Which is actually where chicken nuggets derives from.
Yeah. Apparently, it is very, very good, but it's not a taco and it's not Irish.
The levels of my head hurts, but I actually want to try this Frankenstein abomination.
I'm going, this is insane. This is bad. When is there going to be one in California?
I mean, we're still waiting for Bag of Crabs to open up.
And Teriyaki Madness.
Yes.
Can't forget them. Opening sorta soon.
Which at least sounds more plausible than...
Well, yes, most things do.
I do miss Pot Sticker King. Oh, do I miss Pot Sticker King.
I miss Pot Sticker King and Ringer Hut. I miss them both.
Yeah. Pot Sticker King was a small little mom and pop Chinese place in Cupertino that was literally the place to go eat good basic Chinese fare for decades.
Yeah.
The
problem is the decades. They got old.
Yeah, the mom and pop, they actually retired. The children took over the business and proceeded to run it into the ground. At record speed, according to friends.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just went... Which is like, how could you mess this up? You worked here for decades. How did you... My head hurts. The other one we miss is Okiyama's, which was a Japanese diner down in the middle of Japantown.
Japantown, San Jose.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
One of the actual few Japantowns still in existence. There is only, I think, 5 in the entire nation. San Jose, and 3 of them are in California. San Jose, San Francisco, and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
All the others were snuffed out because of the World War II and detention orders. And that just makes me want to scream. So, there we are. But we have 2 of them in driving distance, 3 in driving distance if you really want to count driving to LA driving distance. It's not really. People forget that California is huge and long. And one person's like, I'm going to head to LA. I should come visit you. And we're like, we're an 8-hour drive away. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, 8 hours if the traffic is really booking. Now, Vietnamese would be a little Saigon, would that be correct? Or am I getting my geography wrong?
Generally.
Yeah, I usually hear the Vietnamese districts as like little Saigons. Hello, Deborah.
Charlian cuisine. Not featuring the original French taco.
Yes! Oh my god!
Bray is brimming with confidence.
I bet you are, girl. This is it, Theron, Relia. The forum is ready to begin the evaluation process. We've worked tirelessly on perfecting our submission and have every confidence that the Marvin bread will be the winning candidate. Come, let's make our way to the rostra, shall we?
Dramatic music.
I mean, in a sad but good way, a lot of things like Little Italy's and a lot of the other boroughs are slowly disappearing, more because of actual integration elsewhere and not having to ghettoize themselves. But it comes with costs when you do that too.
Yeah, you lose the little hole-in-the-wall wonderful Italian restaurants that you never know are there. Like the one the Bryans took us to.
Oh wow, yeah, back in San Diego in Little Italy?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, we went to this one that the Bryants knew about and it was literally, the front facade was a classic little Italian market where you had to ask the person to go get something off the shelf that was twice as tall as they were.
Yeah.
And you walked through this place,
can grabbers,
into the back, and there was the restaurant. And it was good.
Yes, yes it was.
I know I said I was confident, but the thought of actually standing before the forum has my stomach all in knots. Courage, De Broy, courage!
Enough courage for a cine. Esteemed colleagues, we have convened today to evaluate and select a suitable candidate for a proposed meal substitute. As previously discussed, this meal substitute will serve as an emergency provision, such as when our usual sources of food are restricted or otherwise unreliable. To be considered viable, its submission must satisfy our stipulated conditions. Namely, that it must be possible to prepare the meal using only the ingredients available in Labyrinthos, and that it also provides all the nutrients necessary to sustain day-to-day survival. Our first of two candidates is the Panalo, submitted by Professor Galvaroche, with whom I am sure you're all familiar. The second is Mervyn bread, submitted by one Miss de Broyer, a student of the Faculty of Medicine. Members of the Council of Culinary Assurance will select one of these candidates following a thorough nutritional analysis and trial consumption of the samples provided.
Dun dun dun.
Our analysis has determined that both submissions meet the basic nutritional requirements to qualify as meal replacements. And as they share the same nutritional value, the only consideration left to judge them upon is taste. Even being generous, it would be difficult to describe the flavor of panaloaf as pleasing. Mervyn bread, on the other hand, is a culinary delight. On the grounds of this assessment, Mervyn bread is clearly the superior choice. I beg to differ. Yes, I admit that panaloaf is little to offer in the way of gastronomic enjoyment. But have you considered the matter from the viewpoint of efficiency? Mervyn bread's flavor requires the addition of specific sweeteners and oils, not to mention a particular variety of yeast, an involved process which demands excessive time and exertion. The recipe for panaloaf, however, was devised with simplicity in mind, allowing one to manufacture the same quantity of food with but a fraction of the effort. I implore you to reconsider your decision. After all, this is an emergency comestible we are discussing here, not some gourmet menu item. You raise a valid argument, Professor. We have indeed overlooked the question of efficiency. Should a situation arise that necessitates a supply of emergency rations, then ease of manufacture would certainly be a primary concern. And in that respect, your panaloaf holds a significant advantage. If I might offer an opinion.
Well, he's an elder.
Master Flagusset, what do we owe this unexpected pleasure? Curiosity, mostly. I may be retired, but all this talk of a perfect meal piqued my interest.
Wait, I know you.
Open me so far this scene.
Sorry. Ah ha 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 ha.
Uh-huh. And I know your delicious Mervyn bread. It is an unfortunate fact that fine food is often regarded with contempt here in Charlayan. Many see the pursuit of gourmet cuisine as a trivial distraction and inefficient use of one's precious time. Yet, when a tired researcher craves a refreshing cup of sweet tea, is it a question of simple desire, or is it the body's way of signaling the lack of a certain nutrient? And what of the comfort afforded by those inefficient tastes and flavors? Surely we have all experienced the calm and reassurance provided by a hearty dish. The same principle can be observed with the soothing familiarity of home-cooked favorites. Why, when my academic cogitations are frustrated by some intractable problem, it is for that very soothing effect that I visit my beloved last stand. As such, I submit that taste plays a far greater role in our well-being than simple enjoyment. Imagine, if you will, a prolonged crisis, and then tell me which of these foods you would prefer to consume. Day after day after day. Faced with a struggle to survive, which of these meals would best serve to bolster your mental and emotional fortitude? To be perfectly honest, the very thought of eating panaloaf for more than a single day brings me to the edge of panic. Hardly a state one wishes to be in when dealing with a crisis.
Yeah, that MRE is not going down well, is it?
Yes, even when taking into account the additional effort required in its preparation. A satisfying meal is more likely to contribute to a rational frame of mind, which, in the long run, may prove to be a more efficient benefit. How efficient is it if you spend half your time trying to choke it down?
Yeah.
Now that all interested parties have made their arguments, the time has come to put the matter to a vote. The results speak for themselves. Panaloaf, 1 vote. Mervyn Bread, 5 votes. Congratulations, Ms. DeBroy. Your submission has been accepted as Shoreland's official emergency meal replacement recipe.
Yes! Professor, your research is still very much a part of... Well, that was a near thing. At least our Last Stand supporter chimed in. I never knew he was a former member of the forum. I'd say we can safely call this in the end of the matter, though there's still one thing I would like to ask of you. Despite his rigid way of thinking, Professor Gavaroch is not a bad person. Perhaps I can make a nice meal to soften the blow of his loss, with a little expert help. I'll get my apron.
So, what do you think? Ratatouille?
No, I think Panaloaf with completely and utterly smothered in Roland Berry jam. It's the only way to make that thing palatable. I'm sorry. Even that might not save it.
Probably not.
I knew you couldn't refuse. But when you have a moment, come and meet me at the Last Stand. Will do, DeBroy.
Wonderless bread or butt loaf.
Yes. Yeah, a while ago, because of the dumpster fire that was 2020, we did lose a few good restaurants. We lost Mori's, which was our favorite ramen place, and have not been able to find a replacement for it because even though a lot of ramen places have cropped up, every single one of them to a T cooks their broth with mushroom powder.
Yeah.
Mori's, they actually had a couple different broths, and one of them was actually based on seaweed, and it was actually really good and had no mushrooms involved at all.
They had a pretty good tonkatsu.
Yes, they did. The other thing we lost, which is only technical in the fact that the chain very much is still around, and there are several in the area, it's just no longer in walking distance, is Panera, which got traded out for Dave's Hot Chicken, and it was not an improvement.
No.
Now, for the professor's meal, I thought we'd make him a serving of fish cakes, one of our local specialties. According to Macker Dickon, Mervyn and Gavroche used to eat them all the time in their student years. To prepare the fish cakes, you take a white fish, some onions, and grind it all into a paste. Add milk and pepper and knead well, then sprinkle with flour before rolling into a mixture into an oval shape, frying them to boiling hot. Oil! You don't need the entire recipe. But what I would like you to prepare the all-important fish paste. The rest of the dish you can leave to me. If you find yourselves lacking ingredients, Master Dickon has graciously provided us whatever we need.
Because I'm in alchemy, what she said to me was slightly different at the end.
Ah.
Don't need the entire recipe. But the oil is important. If you can make me some exceptional frying oil, it will improve the overall flavor of the fish cakes. And then the rest of the dish you can leave to me.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Master Dickon?
Running low? My pantry is yours.
No, you missed a line.
What? No? That was his first line. That is his first line.
Ask and ye shall receive. I'd pay the way to see you wipe that frown from that sour grump's face.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, that was Dickon.
Yeah, sorry.
Right, let's get
Have
cooking.
What we need. And we need high quality.
Da 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 da. Charlene fish cake ingredient.
Yep.
But yeah, Dave's hot chicken was not an upgrade. It wasn't even a side grade.
No.
We eventually another place moved in, which was the Sourdough Company, which is not to be confused with Sourdough and Company, which is a block and a half down the street.
Yes.
Which, the food is good, but not necessarily for the price.
Yeah.
And of course, it's sourdough, which means that I hate.
It's problematic for you.
Yeah, I can't have sourdough. So I'm like losing all my good walking distance food places.
Yes.
I mean, we at least still have Armadillo Willie's, though it's been a while since we've been in there.
Yeah, smoke and price.
Yeah. Okay, Deborah.
Okay.
How is your part of the recipe coming along?
Shirley fish cake ingredient. A key ingredient for making Shirley fish cakes.
Perfect. This will be the ingredient which brings the whole dish together. I've already sent the... Excuse me. I've already sent a message to Professor Gavroche asking him to meet us here. Hopefully he hasn't eaten yet.
Why did you send for me? To taunt me with your victory in the place which I care for the least?
Of course not, sir. We only wanted to offer you this meal as a gesture of goodwill. Please, eat. Enjoy.
That was good.
They may be simple dishes, but Charlian does have its own local specialties. The art of culinary cuisine was never wholly absent from our culture, despite what people think. I would never argue the importance of nutrition, but I believe what Master Jalvez says is true. Enjoyment of the meal tends to encourage digestion, and thus a more efficient intake of nutrients.
I first proposed the recipe for Archon loaf. I did so with Mervyn in mind. He was always so focused on his research that he neglected his dietary needs. I thought to devise a convenient yet nutritious source of sustenance. He was taken from me before I had a chance to complete it. I was grief-stricken. Angry at the loss of my friend, and his gourmet lifestyle became the target of my rage. It pains me to admit it. He was responsible for his own actions. It was wrong of me to lay the blame on the thing he loved most. Loved too much, it seems. And after considering the arguments laid out at the evaluation, I am forced to recognize that taste is an integral part of my work. I shall begin research on a new perfect meal, one which will taste even better than your vaunted Mervyn bread.
But Marva bread was never solely ours, Professor. It was your research and your panel loaf which provided the nutritional basis for our recipe. Theron, Riley, and I simply improved upon the palatability while maintaining the balance which made it healthy in the first place. Marva bread is as much your creation as it is mine or Theron's or Riley's. Which is why I implore you to continue improving it. With your resources and expertise, there is no better poised to solve the recipe's lingering issues with inefficiency.
In that case, I shall need an assistant. Together, you and I will test the boundaries of what is possible in the field of gourmet health cuisine. Speaking of fine foods, I do have one complaint about those fish cakes of yours. There were too few. I seem to recall the dish being much larger when Mervyn and I used to eat them. Are there any more, perchance?
Oh, good answer.
Well then.
I do believe that was the first time I've seen the professor smile. I'm glad our fish cake special had the desired effect. But my work at both the Studium and the Last Stand has just begun. I have an entire city to convince of the benefits of fine dining. Fortunately, it seems the professor is on our side now. We can expect the laboratory's research to expand into taste-related fields, and as part of my ongoing mission, I will do my utmost to see that it succeeds.
Ah, yes. This place is well suited to the study of flavor-based nutrition. We began our research into more efficient preparation methods immediately.
Never one to wait, I see. And here I thought my days of frantic baking were over. I better wash out that mixing bowl. Thank you for your help, Theron, Rylea. I could not have asked for more perfect kitchen mates. Please do come and visit me from time to time, both at the Studium and as the valued patron of the Last Stand. Da-da-da-da.
Esteemed contributor, Virtuoso Baker. It seems Key Aliopo has something she would like to ask of you.
And now we get the combined quest. Winning bread! I see what they did there.
Of course.
Oh, Aliopo!
The meeting of minds. Key Aliopo has been eagerly awaiting your return.
Ah, Theron, Hylia, just the two I was looking for. I wish to thank you for helping the students and staff of the various facilities. Their work has become talk of the Studium. You've made a real difference. Actually, while you're here...
2 years late, but yes.
There's a pressing matter I wish to discuss. Having heard the many glowing accounts of your work, another official from the Studium has requested an audience. Would you be able to spare the time to speak with him? We've got half an hour. I think we can manage something. You noticed the leopard too, Doodles, I see. Wonderful. Then let's head to the learners' meet. He should arrive any moment now. Let's take a seat.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Ah, no, it's him. Before we proceed, I wish to extend my sincerest thanks on behalf of the Studium for all you've done to aid our faculty and students. By the sounds of it, they have made remarkable findings, one and all. That is why I would hold an assembly that we might discuss the overarching impact of their research.
Such gatherings are how academia evolves and advances. The shared knowledge of our works, be they successes or failures, that all may strive to improve.
Precisely. Knowledge begets knowledge. Amassing and combining findings from a host of fields often leads to the creation of entirely new disciplines, one of the very reasons for which the Studium was founded. Which brings me to the reason why I asked you here. Might I prevail upon you to speak with the faculty and invite them to this meeting?
It would be my pleasure.
For the next half hour. Excellent! I can think of no one better suited to the task. You were, after all, the key factor in all their successes. Splendid. You have my thanks.
Well, that's it then. And you needn't rush to deliver these invitations. Pray speak with the facility and the students in your own time. When you've finished, return here and we'll see to readying a chamber for the meeting.
Okay then.
Off to play messenger boy.
Again.
Still.
Hello,
Hinagashi. Theron, Relia, it's so good to see you. Lest you wonder, Professor Tankin and I are doing quite well. But to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? Is that so? I suppose the professor and I could share what we've learned from the various cultures we emulated. Come to think of it, we've yet to share the news of our union either. The proposal was so sudden, we scarcely had time to invite any of the faculty, let alone hold a reception. All the more reason we should attend. We will be there, absolutely. Professor Tankin should be most glad to hear about this. Telaqua?
Ay, what a surprise. Don't tell me you've come with a souvenir from some far-flung land? Yeah, 2 doors down. Oh, first I'm promoted to tenured professor, and this momentous opportunity presents itself to me. Of course I shall attend. Were it not for you, I would never have proven my theory, and I would still be a fool to overlook a chance to present my findings. Yes, a bold first step in honoring Professor Nelly's legacy.
2 down, 3 to go. Rarusha! Well, well, look who it is. To what do we owe the pleasure? We have news of a conference. Oh, that sounds lovely.
At long last, your research will receive the recognition it deserves. Oh, Professor.
Oh, Boric, stop. I understand how you feel, but this is no time for tears. Professor Namono will wish to attend as well, like as not. I'll have words with him and see if we can't prepare a suitable compilation of our works.
Hey, Debray.
Oh god! Jacob Galvish in the background!
Yep.
He's totally trying to figure out what to do with all these, liquids. Theron, Ralia, what a pleasant surprise. Would you care for a quick meal at the last stand to commemorate our reunion? No, actually, we're here to inform you of a conference. Oh, well, that sounds wonderful. It would be an honor to attend. I may never have a better opportunity to inform my peers of the benefits of fine dining. Perhaps I'll invite Professor Gavroche and a few employees from the last stand to prepare samples of Marvin bread for those in attendance. In any case, there's much to do to prepare. Until then. Hey, Jude.
Hey, Jude. Theron, really, I must admit I did not expect to see you here again. I see. I've certainly heard of such events, though I never dared to dream a student such as myself would be invited to one. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet already. Jude, I know, would relish such a challenge. Perhaps you're right, Jeremiah. This would be the perfect opportunity to demonstrate what a boon the Starlands could be to an academic community. Alright then, Jeremiah and I will set to work preparing a presentation at once.
Instead of TED Talks, it's Shar Talks.
Something like that.
Okay, we've informed all involved. Welcome back. And what did they say? Every single one of them will attend, with guests. Very good. They've all worked so very hard. It's heartening to see their efforts be rewarded. The assembly will be held at Alperon and Labyrinthos. I've no doubt they would be all glad for your attendance. So please, do stop by if you have the time. Oh, before I forget,
So far, so good.
the Skull-Lark requested you be treated to a meal at the last stand as thanks for your help. As there's still time before they get to set to begin, would you care to go now? Oh, we're always up for the last stand. To the last stand, then. We hit it every time we come through this place.
Just about.
Except when I'm making connections and get turned around and come back the way I just came.
Yeah, well.
Which has happened more than once. Today.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well.
I hope you don't mind, but I've already ordered for the both of us. The meal was meant to be for you alone, but I'm sure the Skull-Lark would forgive me for partaking of his generosity. Oh, you just want an excuse to eat at the last stand and not on your dime.
What's your point?
Can't blame you. It's true. My sister has the diet of a savage. Not but a rock-hard bread and wildflowers day in and day out.
Banana pudding.
Forgive my interruption, but have we met? I'm sure you're the spitting image of one of those intrepid adventurers that visited the moon. Oh, hi.
You don't say.
You're not putting away. Oh, Searching Way. Got it. Ah, I knew it. My name's Searching Way, by the way. Seeker of knowledge and all things curious. Elaborate. My, if you aren't the most adorable creature, forgive me, but I cannot help but notice how wonderfully fuzzy your ears are. May I? Again with my ears. Honestly, what is it with you people and... very well. You may rub my ears, but I must insist on something in exchange. Well, some of our finest academics will soon be gathering in Aparola. I've no doubt they have curious and otherwise intriguing things to talk about. I see. May I ask the reason for this meeting of minds? To share their research.
Yes.
I don't see it as a competition.
No.
Perhaps further
Maybe for the name Researching Way.
Yeah. Perhaps further explanation is in order.
Perhaps.
The greatest minds in Atheris coming together to share hereto unknown knowledge? That really does sound intriguing. And you'll allow me to observe this gathering? You would first need permission from the Skull-Lark Montague, but... Then what are we waiting for? Where is the Skull-Lark Montague? Montague! He's a Pokemon now!
Or... Lucina. Choo.
Choo-choo. It's Skull-Lark Montagane's And please bear in mind that there's a chance he may refuse you. Still, I see no harm in asking him. If you would go to Learner's Meet, I will have him meet us there. Splendid! Let's hop to it then. But I want to touch your fuzzy ears.
Yes.
Right. Well, I better go and... Hold on a moment. I never got to rub his ears! So, we'll be passing Pudding Way on the way there. Should we,
Sure.
give him a little taste of, victory flan?
Maybe. You know, that entire exchange would have been far more hilarious if she'd been a Viera.
Maybe? Let's see, where are we going? Okay, we're going there. Wait at the designated location. Do do do. Monty Chew.
That's...
There's a location, but first... Searching way. Worry not, I will do my very, very best to convince this Monty chain to allow me to in my attendance. Monty. I liked Monty Chew better.
Yes.
Scholar Montague should be arriving shortly.
Now our location has been designated. Ah. Keith, Aaron, and Relia. What is it you wish to discuss?
Searching Way here has a very keen to attend the forthcoming meeting you have arranged for the faculty and students. I came to Atheris in search of the curious and wondrous, and this place has been in equal measure. What's more, it smells of knowledge.
I should certainly hope so. Shoreline is known as a great seat of knowledge. The Studium is the foremost of its many academies. It is our honor and privilege to encourage the scholarly pursuits of students and faculty both, their shared insights giving rise to heretofore unseen disciplines and fields of study.
That sounds absolutely fascinating. Oh, please, sir, may I attend this academic meeting of yours?
By all means, the more the merrier, I say.
Thank you, Scholar Montachain. I will inform the relevant parties of his attendance and see to it that he has clearance to enter Labyrinthos.
Thank you, my dear. 'Tis clear Searching Way is a kindred spirit with a passion for learning. I could not very well deny him the opportunity to sate his curiosity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We haven't had much time before the proceedings get underway. Let's get going, shall we? Off to Labyrinthos! Ooh, insta-teleport.
triumphant theme.
Absolutely amazing! I am most certainly come to the right place. It sounds like this stuff definitely is better than Mule, that's for sure.
Yeah. It must be pretty good, given how Searching Away was going, considering it wasn't the carrot.
Yes. That's a happy loperet.
Mm-hmm. I trust the proceedings were to your liking.
Oh, it was magnificent! There's so much we loperets have yet to see of Earth. So much to learn. Earlier, you mentioned how they created new disciplines by sharing. Does this mean you plan to have all these people working together in the future?
I do indeed. That is precisely why I suggested this meeting of minds in the first place. The exchange of knowledge and ideas will invariably lead to ever greater discoveries.
But how exactly do you plan to combine their fields? They seem utterly unrelated to me.
Any thoughts? Given all you've seen, I imagine you must have an idea or two as to how to further advance their work.
They could explore the great unknowns of the universe.
Okay.
Because that's what we'll be doing in about a month. Less than now.
Eh?
Guess.
Okay. Oh, you've touched on the very heart of learning, my friends. The desire to conquer the unknown is the first step to all great discoveries. I dare say there's no greater unknown than the great expanse. Probably me, but go for it. You go for it.
Well said, Scholar Montagne. Oh, it's everybody.
We too have been giving thought as to what our combined efforts might accomplish. It occurred to me that, by applying Professor Talakwa's research on etheric currents to the data obtained in my star lens, it may be possible to discover other stars capable of supporting life.
And we needn't stop there. Thanks to the work done here in Labyrinthos, we know that travel to the other stars is possible. With sufficient stores of marvin bread, we could surely weather the journey, however long it may be.
I I hope it keeps.
A marvelous idea. The golden diata should prove useful should we require translation of foreign languages we may encounter amongst the stars. And if we can communicate with those we encounter, then we would be able to share our cultures with them. You can leave that part to Professor Tankin and me. With all you working together, your chances of encountering here too before undiscovered intelligent life are far better than good, I'd say. But what would you say if you meet them? I'd tell them about hope. That's it! Meteon was set out to explore the stars in search for the meaning of life. Sadly, her fruitless quest led to her very depths of despair. But you could do these things differently. You could go and spread the word that hope yet lives on.
A most admirable endeavor. And who better than we to see it through? After all, not even the final days could extinguish the flame of life on this star.
Yeah, we're stubborn pucks like that.
Hi there.
That was brilliant. Part of me is glad it's finally over, though. Organizing everything was no mean feat. More importantly, I can't believe that your offhanded suggestion has effectively created an entire new academic field. But I suppose if anyone should be taken seriously on the subject of seeking out the unknown, it's you two. It's rather exciting to think that I might someday help in the exploration of the stars. At any rate, thank you for everything, Theron, Rylia. Oh, but wait! Where's Searching Way? I still need to rub those adorable little ears of his! And look what we get for a minion!
Golden diata. Is it a bird? Is it a fish? No, it's a translation device. Overeducated.
And we get the title of Honorary Academic.
Honorary?
I know.
A faithful replica of the artifact being studied by Professor Rarusha, this translation device is believed to have been created in the likeness of a catfish. However, none can say why the ancients chose such a whimsical form for it. Something lost in translation, perhaps?
There it is. Like, we need a translation device with the Echo.
Yes. Well, maybe it'll help if we run into the oars.
Come here, Bluebird of Despair. Your time is not yet done. Well, last stand?
Yeah.
Time to head for the last stand and call it an evening. But no, galactic exploration is going to be the next restoration effort. And it comes
That's
out
right.
the same time as the exploration zone, Shadow Crescent. I believe it's Shadow Crescent. I could be wrong on that. It's something Crescent.
Okay.
Which is, of
names.
course... It's their form of Ishgard Restoration and Bozja.
Yeah. Yeah, I know of that part. I just haven't known the names.
Yeah. I'm looking more to the crafted version. Thank you. Even though I suck at high-end crafting, and they'll probably make me do high-end crafting.
It's like Ishgard Restoration. That's like where, the good stuff is, but it won't be necessarily necessary. You should be able to do the lower stuff.
Something like that.
So, start in on the new one on Monday?
Something like that. Unless something else comes along that needs a doing. We do have the holiday to do. I assume we'll do it on the buns.
On air, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll probably try and get custom deliveries done tomorrow.
Yeah. With that said, it is time to call it an evening. Thank you all very much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow evening for more deep dungeon fun. Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and say hello to the ferrets.
Yes, everyone have a great night. Hope to see you here for Death and Mayhem in Heaven on High tomorrow evening.
Yep.